Hello everyone, my name is Harijot Khalsa. It's a weird name. My parents decided to have our cult leader choose it for me on their behalf. And so I've been teaching people how to pronounce it in introductory conversations my entire life. It does get a little bit tiresome, but please never be afraid to ask how to say it again, because even my grandma gave up on it and started calling me Joe because she was from Minnesota and she wouldn't roll with the program, which I kind of loved about her. So in trying to choose three objects that had significance to me in one way or another, I realized that objects in general have a lot of significance to me, like the artifacts that are imbued with story and with purpose and all of this thought and love. That's something that I've always kind of gravitated towards. And so because of that, I decided it would be best if I made objects for this purpose, because that's what I love doing. I love sculpting and painting and telling stories, because I believe that we think in stories, and so when we have different ways to convey our own personal story, we can communicate more deeply to another person and how they'll actually take in the information. And so this is my first object. And it's the thought behind it is to convey both a sense of empathy and curiosity. It's a little bit tragic. I don't know if you can see it in the back. I was going to put color on it, but I thought just black and white would kind of read better. So this kind of thing has always been my sense of humor. Like, I think the first time I drew this particular arrangement, this cartoon, I was in like 4th grade. I had a really melancholy, dark sense of humor for a little kid. And I'm constantly trying to learn how to look on the bright side and use that melancholy sense of drama to help people be happy and help people appreciate themselves and kind of shed the things that trouble them. And so, just like the hook in a speech, it's important that you gain somebody's empathy and understanding by having something kind of, I won't say relatable, but understandable. And so the next one is meant to convey, now that hopefully you're empathizing with the character in the situation, I can lead you to a point where you identify with the struggle and with the suspense of this character's further pursuits and the things that they try to do. That's what storytelling is about to me. It's about understanding why something is a struggle for somebody else, why they're doing it, what their motivation is, and what can go wrong, and why they try anyways, why they keep trying. The next one was gonna get really gory because, like I said, I have a dark, melancholy sense of humor. But I thought I'd go the way of things left to the imagination and kind of give you a conclusion without the gory details. But also try and it goes terribly wrong. The story goes as bad as it could have gone. The setup was a bear trap and a bunny rabbit. I don't know who set up that bear trap with a carrot in it. I've never really given it much thought, but it's pretty awful. And yet, I love finding a way where the story kind of loops back around on itself, and ultimately you get to a happier place than you were before you started reading this dark story. And in the comic books that I write, in the sculptures that I do, there's always this sense of real dark, shitty situations, because we all have those. Even if you've had a totally blessed life where you don't have that much hardship compared to someone else, it's still the hardest thing you've ever experienced. And it's my belief that if we communicate all of our hardest experiences and greatest joys to each other effectively, we'll start to be happier and love each other more, and through doing so, love ourselves more. And this is wrapped up pretty tidy. This, there's still some suspense within chasing the care and what have you. But with this, as with all of the other stories that I try to tell, I try to leave somebody with questions, not answers. I want people to have more questions than when they started, but not questions for me and not questions for somebody else, but questions for themselves, because those are the ones that help you to grow.